Hi everyone. Today London Fire Brigade got back. They gave me a courtesy phone call to find out what their investigations had entailed. So anyways, first they said that the fire alarm system is fully functional according to Sanctuary. As you know, we had Fire Brigade here who said that the alarm didn't sound on several floors. And that's a problem that's been ongoing since 2023, when my partner was criticised for using the lifts during a fire alarm, which she wasn't able to hear on the 8th floor because it wasn't sounding. Anyways, London Fire Brigade have to accept Sanctuary's assertion that the alarm system is now fully functional. So let's have a look at it. Let's see if it's fully functional. There we go. That's the main lift panel. Just like before they put on the waking watch over the weekend, and just like before the fire brigade attended, there's still 7 zones in fault. So we'll keep an eye on that one. They've assured that it's fully functional, and they've told the London Fire Brigade that. So there we go. There I have my doubts. Is that robust enough just to take their word for it? I don't know. Not qualified. There you go, folks. Part of the response that we got from Weston Homes was that at no part of the work they're doing put any fire risk to the buildings. Now, they were going to leave this open, saying it doesn't form any gap. And here is the gap between my door frame and the wall, which wasn't filled. I could fit all my fingers in that. They've put some filler there now. We've still got this gaping hole, which they said doesn't make any further fire risk, but they were just going to leave it like that. It's the residents' intervention, where they've come along and put some filler in today to seal it. Because if that's not sealed, smoke, fire could come through it. I can feel the breeze up here. There is a draft coming through there. So this has created a draft, probably cooled my flat down a bit, but it's not fire safe. And they were going to leave it like that for weeks, but it's only that we've complained, and London Fire Brigade found in our favour that they've been forced to take measures. And I presume them starting to put this right today is one of those measures. But look, I can get my fingers right behind here. I can get them onto about here where there's a gap. They haven't filled that. There's a gap there. There's a breeze coming out here. And they said at no point did, Weston Homes said, no point did their works make anything more risky. Well, usually that's all sealed off with a bit of wood. That wood is you can see here, the wood's been exposed, the bare wood. But this would all be sealed and have the fireproof gloss coat, which is fireproof over the top of that. Because even a bit of paint that's fireproof can stop the spread of fire for, a number of minutes, or, which is all you need to survive. So just wanted to update that. They said the works didn't have any effect on fire, but that's just my door. There's hundreds of doors where they were illegally storing the wood and the firewells, the stairwells. They took all the wood off that, leaving the fire escape prone. They said no fire could get through. Well, the door frame, which they've now, company came today and started to fix it, has now been filled. That was, I could stick my fingers in there up to about there, and that, they said, didn't leave the building in any harm. So we forced them to come in today and at least put some filler in, yeah? But that's what it looks like at the moment. They've done hundreds of doors, but they at least put the filler in because residents were up in arms. This contractor here has been brought in with no notice. He's probably doing a great job. But he couldn't believe when I spoke to him what they had done. He says, I don't know why they've done it. It's dangerous. So everybody except for Sanctuary and Weston Homes is saying it's dangerous. And yeah, they can't see it because they're responsible and they don't want to take responsibility. But anyways, they had to concede to London Fire Brigade today. We live another day to fight another day. Okay folks, as I said today, the London Fire Brigade got back to me. They've told me that they've instructed Sanctuary and Weston Homes that no combustibles under any circumstances to even be stored in these firewall riser cupboards, etc. So they've been told that, they've been told not to leave any there, and London Fire Brigade assured me that it would be all made safe, so that I'm to inform London Fire Brigade should I see them storing any combustibles in these areas again. So what do we find? Oh, still got the wood there. See that? And they've still got that there. So hello. They would be combustibles. Hello. Hiya, how you doing? That's just the neighbour coming through, folks, saying hello. My lovely Ukrainian neighbour. And look, they're still, I don't know if that's reusable. Look at that, they're intending to reuse this, they tell me. Even though it's got nail holes all through it, they're going to reuse that. So I don't think it's reusable at all, but it's combustible, so it shouldn't be in any of these areas, the risers or the electric cupboards. Simple, but they haven't, so I'm going to have to report it. So, you know, look, there's electrical equipment. This is where the 3-phase power comes into the building. There's a 3-phase cable there. There is some sort of thing there. There's also, you can see where they've been doing some of the ceiling and fixing the fire corridors or the air gaps. So quite a bit of timber in there as well, more than one bit. See that there? There's lots of it. It's all just stacked in there still. None of it's been taken out. All of it's combustible. And then yeah, these are the offcuts. Last time I understood, this type of wood is flammable. There you go. Intending to put it back, fair enough, but you need to store it outside of the building, away from any fire safety things or risers. So, there we go, we've got more behind there. Completely unacceptable. They were told today, that was the ruling of London Fire Brigade. They still haven't got rid of it. So, but they said to London Fire Brigade it was all gone. We assured them that they wouldn't be doing it. And like I said before, the London Fire Brigade have to accept that. They have to accept the word of, you know, a housing body which is officially recognised. So, like I said in my letter to MPs and the Fire Safety Minister, is that acceptable? Do you think that's robust enough that we just accept their word for it? Because they clearly said they weren't going to do it and they're still doing it. Anyways, I'll speak soon. See you folks. Hey folks, just thought I'd also mention the outside of this door is labelled FB, Fire Brigade perhaps, and danger 400 volts. That's the 3-phase power coming into the building where they've stored all of the firewood, all of the combustibles, still there after London Fire Brigade told them not to. And they assured London Fire Brigade, it's all been gone. No, it isn't. They lied. So yeah, no risk assessment, nobody's name put on it for the inquiry when people die. Apparently that's okay. London Fire Brigade have to accept the housing providers' assertion that everything's on board, it's all safe. They have to accept it, you know, even though nobody will take responsibility because there hasn't been a risk assessment with someone's name on it. So yeah, apparently the risk assessment's on the way, and when it does arrive, whoever signs it's going to be saying it's okay, but they haven't even named who will be signing it. So poor person that has to do that. So anyways, yeah, there's major gaps still. You can bury your hand in there. You can bury a fire in there. Also, in relation to the cupboard with the wood stored in it, the wood I showed, the large bits that were turning up, they're all leaning against the fire hydrant valve. So the main fire hydrant valve in the basement that will serve to put out fires in this building, all of that wood is leaning against it. So if there was a fire in that cupboard, making the fire hydrant turn off on switch, the wheel that releases the valve that releases the water, you know, if that's several hundred degrees from a fire, good luck to the fireman getting that to work or connecting a hose to it. So yeah, it was almost like they were doing an insurance job, filling all of the electrical cupboards full of flammable material and putting chemicals on the 15th floor, because what else are they doing? How else can you explain all of those factors? I can't. If you can, folks, put your comments in the comment section. Do like and subscribe. I don't usually say that in my videos, but that's what all the young'uns are saying. And yeah, watch out for further updates with 41 Mill Harbour, when my landlord tried to kill everyone in the building twice. Enjoy.